Welcome everybody. So today for the live announcements, we have added 7 a.m. as an option on our online Google Sheet to see if some of you guys are looking for an early morning class. So if you haven't filled out your schedule preference yet, make sure to do that. We are building our schedule based off of your feedback only. So if you guys want to see a certain class time, that's your opportunity to vote for it, and whatever we get the most votes for it, that's how we build our schedule. Next, give us some feedback. We started using MindBody's streaming program instead of Zoom this week. Let us know what you think. A few of you have already reached out. Keep in mind, MindBody is really early in the stages of developing their program, so it's going to probably evolve and change. We know we've heard a lot of feedback about the screens and how you want more screens so you can see everyone as opposed to just seeing the coaches run the class, and that's something that we have brought to MindBody's attention. Hopefully it's something that they correct. If you have that feedback or anything else, please just let us know. We'll pass it to Yash for the workout.
Alright guys, so for the workout today, we have an 800 meter run, then you're going into 12 ground to overhead, and then 30 alternating single leg squats. Then you'll go back up to the 400 meter run, 10, 30, and then 200 meter run, 8, and then 30. So for the run, check out the workout description. We have some other options if a run's not available to you. For the ground to overhead, if you don't have a barbell, use a dumbbell and just double the reps. So go 24, 20, and 16 reps here, alternate between. For the workout today, if you are using a barbell, let's use 135, 95, or whatever progression you guys used on April 11th. So we've already done this workout, so try to compare to that one. Use the same progressions and weights you already did. We're again aiming for about 20 minutes for this workout on average to finish, but again, compared to your own time, like when you finish, to try to beat that. For the pistols in the workout, it's probably going to be where a lot of your time gets spent, so choose that progression that you can be moving the entire time. You don't really want to be trying to learn how to do a pistol during this workout, so if you're going to do a reverse lunge or like a skater squat that we'll show you guys later, you can use that for the workout, but whatever it is, just make sure you're moving the entire time, or whatever progression you used last time. Other than that, guys, make sure you use the right progressions for the workout. I'll pass it over to Chris to finish off with the afterburner.
Okay, so with all the squatting in yesterday's workout and today we have a whole bunch of pistols, our afterburner is all about hip, hamstring, low back stretching and mobility. So check out our video to see how we're going to attack those areas, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the videos. Okay, so today's warm-up starts off with 2 minutes at the bottom of a squat. You can accumulate these 2 minutes, and we want you to be active. So Captain Hip Flexors is going to show us the bottom of the squat here. So we're keeping that back and chest nice and tall, weights on the heels. You can notice how that low back is nice and flat. Notice so right now Jess is keeping her core really nice and tensioned up, and she's active, so she's not passive. If she goes passive, her hips are going to sink way lower, but you can see that low back starting to round. So that's not what we're going for today. We want to work on our activation at the proper bottom of a squat, maintaining core tension. So you're going to accumulate 2 minutes. If you can do all 2 without a break, great. If you want to do 30 seconds at a time, that's good too. After that, we got 3 rounds, starting off with 90 seconds of skipping. After that, you're going for 12 good mornings. We're doing these with body weight today. If you want to add weight, you can. That's totally fine. But what we're doing here, feet about squat width apart. We're going to keep the legs straight, and we're just going to fold forward till you feel that tension in the hamstring. Notice how Jess's back stays flat the whole time. If she goes too low, watch what's going to happen. The back starts to round again. We don't want that. So try to keep the knees relatively straight, backs relatively flat. Just go at your own depth. After that, we're going to go for 12 skater squats, alternating. So for the skater squat, it's basically a reverse lunge. So maybe you want to face that way there, Jess? Yeah. So we're going for this reverse lunge. Now notice as she steps back, she's trying to get her knee and her toe to touch the ground at approximately the same time. So you're really working on your balance on that lead leg, and you're just trying to push that knee and toe back nice and far, working towards that balance that's going to help you for the pistols. that's the first round. The second round, your reps and your time goes down a little bit. So you go 60 seconds, then 10 reps, and 10 reps, and then 30 seconds, 8 and 8. After that, finally, we're gonna go for a lat and Serratus Activation exercise. You're gonna need a broomstick or a PVC for this one. We're just gonna get that PVC behind us so it's resting on your low back or kind of top of your butt. And then your hands are gonna be nice and open. Jess is gonna think about pulling these shoulders back and down, and then she's just gonna put pressure on that PVC, forward pressure, like she's trying to press that PVC into the low back. And we're just going to do that 10 times. So you're gonna do 3 sets of 10 reps. You're gonna hold each rep for a second or two, and then kind of relax it. Again, bring it back in every time you want to hold it just for a second or two so you can feel those lats activated. Enjoy the warm-up. We'll see you for the workout. Welcome everybody. We have 800-meter run to start the workout today. Then we have 12 ground to overheads. If you guys have a barbell at home, if you used the barbell last time, stick to the same weight as you did because we want to compare scores to our April 11th time. See if you're improving. Use that as a measuring stick. Most of you guys are going to be using dumbbells or kettlebells at home, so we'll give you a demo on that. So the dumbbell's going to start off on the ground. We're going to bring the hips back, keeping that back and chest tall. Think about driving that hip upwards, popping that hip up, driving the elbow after that, catching that object on the shoulder. So Yash can show you one more of those. Little bit slow motion to start. Pop the hip, elbow up, catch on the shoulders. And then maybe you can show a few reps alternating there, Yash. So from side to side, he's gonna touch that dumbbell, drive up, catch it on the shoulders, stand it up. And we're just gonna alternate side to side. Remember, it's 12 if you're using a barbell. If you're using a dumbbell or kettlebell, it's 12 per side, so 24. After you get that dumbbell to the shoulder, you're gonna drive it up to the overhead position. So you can do a push press for this, where you do a little dip, drive that over with full extension, or you can do a push jerk, where you drive the dumbbell up, catch it in a slight dip. Again, same thing with the barbell if you're using a barbell. So as you alternate back and forth, key points here, guys, using that hip to explode that weight up, and then drive that dumbbell up. You can see Yash is doing it all in one motion, where he catches the dumbbell in a dip and then uses the hips to drive that up the rest of the way. After you're done that, guys, we have 30 alternating single-legged squats, also known as pistols. We're going to take you through a few progressions. Lots of you guys at home already know what your progression is as you practice these. Keep a progression available that you can continuously move for the 30 reps. If each one's taking you a long time, or if you need a lot of breaks because it's too difficult, you might miss the intent of the workout. So just try to find a progression where you can keep moving at a steady pace. Each rep can be slow and controlled, but you want to keep moving. First progression, kind of like in the warm-up, we're going to bring that foot way back. Try to touch the toe and the knee down at the same time-ish. Like you would in that skater squat. So you're really working on that balance. Looks really good there. Next progression here, you can actually link your one ankle behind the other. And then from here, we're going for that squat. So you're pushing that hip back, keeping the ankles linked, and coming back up. If that's still too tricky for you, you can actually touch that back toe down to the ground. And you can even notice Yash has it a little bit behind the foot, and then same thing. You're just using that back foot for a little bit of additional balance. You don't necessarily want to push from it. And then finally, you can bring that, you can go right into that regular pistol squat. So keeping that back and chest up tall. You notice Yash grabbed onto his toe there. If you guys are kind of at that point where you can do some of these pistols unassisted, or you're really close, you find the previous progression is kind of getting easy. Sometimes it helps to have a counterweight in front of your body. So we can demonstrate that with our dumbbell today. This might actually make your pistol a little bit easier for your balance as we go back and forth. You can see even the pros find it a little bit easier with their dumbbell in front for that counterweight. Enjoy the workout, guys, and don't forget to compare your score to last time.
Hey, welcome back. That was a doozy of a workout. Hopefully you did enjoy that one. Got it done around 20-minute mark. The The afterburn today is, again, emphasis on the recovery. So when you get Yash here, you got the green band. You're gonna start with a banded hamstring here, guys. So a couple points that you want to think about. Leg as straight as possible to get into that hamstring. For those of you that can do that, but it hurts a lot, you can bend your opposite knee to lessen the tension in that hamstring. Or if you want to get more, you straighten that knee back down to the floor, where then it stabilizes your hips, keeps your hips in the right position, where it gets a little bit more out of the hamstring. You can also move the band a little bit forward on the ball of your foot, where then you drop your toes down to get the connective tissue with the calf behind your knee into that hamstring. So you can play around with it because you're holding it for 2 minutes on both sides. This afterburner you can do later on in the day when you're cooling down end of the day. So after this stretch, guys, I'm gonna get you to go into the pigeon pose, where you're opening the hip capsule and stretching your glute. So in your high plank, kick over that foot to the hand, shins across. If you want a deeper stretch, keep it across from left to right, guys. But if it's too much, you can drop your heel to your hip. Also, if your hips, wherever your foot is, you can then bring your hip down to your foot or to the floor. Also bringing your body towards the floor to get more out of that glute stretch to, again, open up the glutes. But if it pinches your hip, don't go so low. Okay, only go as low as you can to get out of that, to get the stretch out of the glute and not feel an impingement in your hip capsule. You're gonna hold that also 2 minutes on both sides. Then from there, you're gonna finish off with your good morning. So with good morning, we're gonna grab a bar here. Good, so PVC pipe here, bar on your back. You're gonna go down into that good morning position where you focus on your knees not moving forward. You focus on your back being flat. If you don't have a bar, you can just go into this position, guys, to stretch out the hamstring, but at the same time, activate your core, where you're almost mimicking that row position where, again, you're getting the activation of your core, but you're getting the stretch in your hamstring. For those that did the Monday workout, you found that row 2-minute buy-in row was tough. It's kind of the same thing, but you want to keep the emphasis on deloading your body. So if you gotta break it up, don't exhaust yourself, stretch out the hamstrings, because that's what the intent is for the afterburner today. Hopefully you had a good Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow.